To all my girls who fight street and sexual harassment. Yeah.
Hi, can I have your attention please? I'm gonna tell you the important things. Today, so many sex harassment are deemed natural and set the villain free. Ironic. The reason is because the law in Indonesia is very weak. Sex harassment is not triggered by what the victim wears. It's about the perpetrator's lust of sex. Hey, what's wrong? Wake up. It's time to realize that sex harassment is a crime and the perpetrators deserve to get punishment because the victim is not only physically hurt but also psychological. Today, we're gonna discuss about sex education and sex harassment.
My opinion about the many news of sexual harassment, not only on women, but on men as well, makes the men and the heart uneasy. Not a few victims of the sexual harassment have become mentally ill, feel insecure because they are not longer considered virgin by female victims. My opinion about the news: 70% of Depok City Junior High School students are said to be not virgin. The head of the Child Protection Office was shocked. It's very unfortunate if junior high school students are not longer virgin, but not blamed to losing the virgin is due to sexual harassment. The perpetrator is not out because of lust, but also because of the disease sexual perversion.
A man who has a mother with a special needs. This made the young child not under the supervision of this parent. So that this treatment outside the home was very suspicious, and he complained that there was swelling in his genital area due to sexual harassment. According to the story of a local friend, the victim of sexual harassment are small children and the middle to lower class people such as street singer, etc. to do immoral things. It is unfortunate that many young children are victims of this kind of abuse. So, we as a parent or people who understand about sexual harassment, promiscuity, etc. must provide education to anyone, especially for small children. With a small example, teach the child to say no if someone touches a forbidden part of the body. Moreover, parents must teach religious value to children from a young age, so that they know such disgraceful things. Okay.
When we talk about sexual harassment, you have to know about type of sexual harassment. The first is verbal. Verbal is like catcalling, said a word with seductive. Nah, like that. Or in bahasa Neng, sendirian aja Neng. And then number 2 is non-verbal harassment. Non-verbal harassment is like whistling or wing, and then fake hold, and when I walk in past by them, like, what the hell, are you okay, or healthy, there is very crazy. And then number 3 is physical harassment. Physical harassment is like touching, grabbing, and fingering intimate body part. And then the worst thing is like doing rape. And then number 4 is like abuse of media social. The perpetrator doing force others to send their genital to others, or send photograph of their genitals. And then it can be denied that sexual harassment can occur anywhere and anytime, wherever who you are, man or woman.
Sexual abuse is not only about a child and a girl. A male may be sexual abused. But it is thought that the victims of sexual abuse are always female and the perpetrators are male, and that considered stigmatizing. Negative stigma and blame are still very common. On way it is to attribute sexual abuse to the victim's own behavior. There is still a stigma on the victims that his sister was filtering or wearing clothes that were too revealing. Stereotypes of people forward to the victim were wrong. In reality, sexual abuse exists because of the desire and attraction of the perpetrator. Let's stop the negative stigma on the victim's sexual abuse.
Providing sex education in Indonesia is very important. We can see that in Indonesia, the most victims of sexual harassment are women. When women become victims of sexual harassment, women will also get hated by the surrounding community and get legal sanctions. What is the reason? Body shape and dress were the main factors, they said. Legal justice for victims of sexual harassment for women still needs to be reviewed.
The long-term impact experienced by victims of sexual harassment include trauma, great shame, feeling always uncomfortable, stress, depression, and even a high potential for suicide. The impact of sexual harassment is so big, but there are still many people who don't care about it. Many victims feel that reporting the incident would actually make the community judge and even isolate it.
A safe form for the victim to dare themselves to tell the story is one for the place where the victim feels comfortable to be brave to tell the story with the other people that may give a good response, specifically when there are met some who willing to listen to it until the end of the conversation without stopping, that blame the victim for not being able to feed back. However, that must provide input on what to do when the harassment is being carried out and must give implication because the victim dares to speak up.
What was your first image about sexual harassment? Woman, alone, a dark road, or a short clothes? Illustration in the media can shape thinking. The main source of sexual harassment is that woman, because it both focuses at victim at the corner, and the angle should then take target's power side, and creating the stigma. Boys carry on sexual harassment. It's perfectly normal, as in boys will be boys, but I think it's so bad. And now, are we going to create content to help survivors overcome trauma, and we hope to affect people's empathy.
Okay guys, what is sexual education? Sexual education or sex education is an activity to teach about health reproduction. The purpose of activity is make people aware about her reproductive health, so that acts of sexual harassment and infectious disease can be prevented. What is the purpose of sex education? Sexual education is purposed to teach about reproductive health organs, HIV or AIDS, pregnancy, and usable to contraception. Okay, sexual education can also prevent age of of sexual violence, rape, sexual outside of marriage, and marriage at an early age. Yes, okay, that is all about material education, sex education.
Who fight
Thank
rape
you.
and sexual harassment.
Don't be afraid to speak up.
Together we fight